Hello everyone, this is your instructor Ayush from Premier Chess Academy and I welcome you all to the Valiant Gladiators channel. So today we will be going through the FIDE Candidates tournament round 5 between the two Grandmasters. That is, on one side we have with the white pieces Praggnanandha, who actually drew his last game against Nakamura, and on the other side we have the 2 times champion of Candidates event and looking for the third title of Candidates and currently leading the tournament as well, that is Ian Nepomniachtchi, playing with the black pieces who actually won his previous round as well. So it will be a very interesting battle to see whether Pragg will take chances against Nepo or not, and definitely you will enjoy the match because in this match you will come to see Pragg executing a beautiful knight sacrifice, and one question will definitely arise in everyone's mind, that will this sacrifice work against Mr. Nepomniachtchi? So let's dive into the game and let's analyze what happened between these two great players. So Pragg, playing with the white pieces, started out with the move e4, to which Nepo responded with e5. Pragg develops his knight to the f3 square, to which Nepo copies the move and also plays a symmetrical knight move, that is knight to f6. So to the ones who are watching this for the first time, this is not the copy-paste gambit opening, this is known as the famous Petrov defense, and Nepomniachtchi is considered as one of the greatest expert in Petrov defense because he have been preparing this particular variation in his last 2 World Championship matches. So definitely he has one of the most valuable understanding of this particular opening, and let's see, will Pragg be able to crack Petrov defense of Mr. Nepomniachtchi? So Pragg here plays the move knight to the e square, taking the pawn, to which Nepo strikes the knight back by hitting it back with the pawn. The knight goes completely back where it was before, and now Nepo plays the same move which Pragg earlier played, taking the pawn in the center. Knight goes to the e4 square, and now Pragg responded with a very good move which controls and gives him a center control, that is pawn to the d4 square. After this move, Nepo, to build a very strong foundation of this knight on the center, also plays a move like pawn to d5, and now Pragg develops his bishop and also creates the room for his king to castle in the game, to which Nepo responded with a similar move, that is bishop to d6, and now Pragg castles and Nepo castles as well. So it's looking like all symmetrical right now, like the position is all equal, and here Pragg strikes right now in the center by playing the move pawn to c4, hitting the center with his one of the bishop's file pawn, and Nepo on the other hand uses the same bishop's file pawn to actually build a much more greater defense. He plays the move pawn to c6, and now Pragg calls his queen side pieces in the picture and plays knight c3, hitting the knight and also putting pressure onto the d5 square, to which Nepo immediately deflect, or you can say remove, this particular pressure by exchanging the knights on the c3 square. After the knight got exchanged, the pawns were exchanged as well on the c4 square, and when Pragg recaptured the pawn on the c4 square, Nepo also developed his one of the queen-sided pieces and played the move bishop to f5, to which Pragg played bishop to g5, developing his one of the last minor pieces in the board, and while doing that he's also attacking the queen. So this is a move like developing a piece with a tempo, or you can say an extra move. Now, to defend the queen, Mr. Nepo played queen to a5, bringing it to the flank direction and also hitting the pawn on the c3 square. But it has been seen that throughout the event, Pragg have been playing a very attacking structure gameplay. So definitely in this game as well, you will see Pragg actually sacrificing a lot of pieces. Firstly, he plays the move knight to h4, counter-attacking the bishop. To defend the bishop, Nepo plays the move bishop to e6. And now Pragg responds with bishop takes bishop, and instead of taking this bishop, Nepo actually thought to capture the other bishop, because after he captures this bishop will still be in under attack. But Pragg, instead of defending this bishop, he counterattacks the queen. So you can clearly see the sequence of counterattacking moves by both the players. So Pragg plays the move knight to f3, counterattacking the queen. Now Nepo needs to find a good square for the queen to escape. So queen goes back to the initial square where it was before. Queen dives back to a5 square. And now Pragg plays a move which have been not played in any of the masters database. None of the masters have played that move. Usually after this attack of the pawn, the bishop usually goes back to the b3 natural square where it holds the command in this particular diagonal, and basically later it expands its pawn from the central side and the game goes on. But Pragg, with his combined effort of his backhand team, actually played a very unique novelty move, and that was bishop to h3. So keeping the bishop in this diagonal, the idea is basically stopping the knight from developing from its natural d7 square. So kind of a very interesting move which definitely shook Mr. Nepo a little bit for sure. Mr. Nepo, on the other hand, captured this free pawn. He immediately saw that this pawn is hanging and he captured this pawn. So was that a mistake by Pragg? The answer is a no. It is all part of his opening prep. Pragg is still in his opening prep. As you can see, he have just taken 5 minutes from the clock and hardly spent any time thinking in the board. So now Pragg played the move rook to b1, immediately counter-attacking the pawn. Again, counter-attacking is playing a very crucial part in this particular game. So if you are a learner at chess, do learn how to do counter-attacks in chess. Okay, to defend the pawn, Mr. Nepo plays the move pawn to b6. And now Pragg, after attacking the pawn, he immediately attacks and pushes the queen away and plays the move rook to b3, hitting the queen back. The queen goes to the a5 square, and now Pragg played the move which definitely shocked Nepo quite a lot because he spent around 45 minutes to play his next move. The move which Pragg played was pawn to d5, hitting in the center. And basically, what's the idea behind this move? The idea is if Nepo does the mistake of taking back with the queen, then he will be facing a big issue, that is rook can go to the d3 square. It not only attacks the queen, it's a skewer in chess. When the queen tries to defend itself, basically Mr. Nepo will be losing an extra piece and the game as well. So he can't take it with the queen. Okay, if he can't take it with the queen, then what if he blocks it and advances pawn? If he advances this pawn, he will give Pragg an extra pawn. You can call it a pass pawn, which will definitely cause a lot of troubles in Nepo's gameplay. And also, his queen is actually getting locked. Like it looks like it has trapped in its own prison. So definitely Nepo, after Pragg's this move, thought for around 45 minutes and played the move pawn takes pawn. To which everyone was very curious that what will Pragg will play next. Pragg here plays the move knight to the g5 square, bringing the knight into an attacking position, making a room for the queen to come out as well. To which Mr. Nepo responds with h6, hitting the knight back. But Pragg was not in a mood of playing some defensive moves. He came to the match with a winning attitude, with a winning mindset, and he goes all in. Pragg plays a move knight takes pawn on the f7 square. So this was the game of the day where Pragg sacrifices, after the sequence of 2 pawns earlier, Pragg sacrifices his knight in the game. So completely an attacking approach, Pragg is definitely executing it. Knight takes on f7. Now the thing is, if the rook takes the knight, the bishop can go to the e6 square. It will not only pin the rook, but later Pragg can even take the pawn on d5 and trap the other rook. So definitely taking the knight with the rook will not be a good decision. So here Mr. Nepo captures back with the king, and after he captures back with the king, Pragg, instead of going for a sequence of check move like queen h5 or queen f3 or rook f3, Pragg actually comes out with again a very unique move, that is rook to d3, putting pressure onto the d5 square and targeting this d5 pawn. To which Nepo again took quite a lot of time and actually played a move which was again little surprising for everyone watching over the live board, and that was knight to d7, giving up this knight for free to this bishop. The thing is, the game plan of Mr. Nepo is if Pragg takes his knight, then he will get the time to actually save his king and move his king to the back to safety. And now if Pragg plays a move like bishop c6, Nepo can play a move like rook a d8, and if now Pragg takes a pawn on the d5 square with a check, the king can hide in the corner square, and basically it's all equal now. Pragg will not get that much counter chances, and Nepo have managed to secure the equality in the match. So definitely knight d7 was a kind of very critical and crucial move by Mr. Nepo, to which Pragg played the move rook takes pawn, double attacking these 2 pieces. And now we have again reached the very critical position of the whole gameplay. Here, Nepo, instead of doing the desperado in chess, what is desperado? Sacrificing the bishop before losing its life, he actually played the wrong move order and instead played the move knight to c5, blocking the queen's attack and giving this bishop directly to Pragg, to which Pragg very happily takes the bishop, and now he's having the advantage because Nepo's king is not in trouble. The king goes to safety, king g8, but it was too late. Pragg strikes in with the queen with a check first. Queen goes to the d5 square with a check. The king goes to h8, and now you can clearly see Pragg is having a lot of big time advantage. Pragg took his time and thought for around 10 minutes and came up with the move that is bishop to f5, which actually costed him the game. So the move which was correct, which he should have played in the match, was actually queen to e5. The threat is basically we are planning to take the pawn on h6 with a check, and then later bishop e6 kind of move will be striking in as well. So for example, if Nepo goes with the move queen takes pawn, then Pragg can play the move that is bishop to the f5 square. So this move is very crucial. Now his target is to take the pawn on the h6 square. So if Nepo tries to get away from it and plays the move king g8, then Pragg can play a brilliancy, that is a backward move in chess, which is pretty difficult to get it in real games, that is bishop to the b1 square, hitting the queen directly onto the a2 square. If the queen tries to be on the same diagonal and plays out the move that is queen to f7, then again Pragg can play second move, which is a backward move in a row, and that is queen to b2. Again, a very great move. The idea is to execute bishop a2 and then pin the queen. If Nepo tries to get away from this pin and plays the move king h8, then it's all over, because after rook h6 check, king g8, bishop h7 check, king h8, bishop g6 check, king g8, after this discovered check, Pragg is basically winning the queen and the match as well. So definitely this was one of the variations which was very difficult to get in the actual gameplay, which definitely Pragg missed it out and actually went with the wrong move order. Instead of playing queen e5 directly, he actually played the move bishop f5 first, and this gave the counter-attacking chance for Mr. Nepo, and he immediately played the move knight to b7. Basically, it's an attack to the queen, and even this f5 bishop is getting an x-ray attack, to which Pragg was forced to exchange the queens, and after the exchange of queens, Mr. Nepo immediately neutralized the game, and he made sure the game comes under his control. Basically, he placed all his pawns in the opposite color of the Pragg's bishop, so definitely there was no chances for even Pragg to counter-attack any pawns. He's defending all his pieces, and now Mr. Nepo very smartly offered the exchange of rooks and then the exchange of knight and bishop, and straight away took Pragg to a rook endgame, and this endgame is basically a drawish endgame, and both the players actually agreed to a draw. So that was a very close match for Pragg. Basically, he was very close to winning the match. He actually went wrong with the move order, but definitely what a great prep by Pragg and by his team, and definitely showcasing even the 2 times candidates champion Mr. Nepo that we have a great preparation. The players are having a massive amount of preparation in their gameplay, and definitely the matches are becoming very interesting. Even the matches which are getting draw are fun to watch, and we can learn a lot from this kind of matches as well. So do follow out more matches which will be coming on the coming days. So do follow, share and subscribe Valiant Gladiators channel. So bye everyone, take care. Signing off is your instructor Ayush. Bye.